Sworn in as the 42nd Governor of Illinois on January 12, 2015. He was born in Illinois and is a self-made businessman who had no inheritance or family wealth. He worked while attending Dartmouth College, where he graduated with top honors and went on to earn an MBA from Harvard. Governor Rauner has been working in the investment business since 1981 and became partner in the investment firm DTCR, which has been trusted for decades to oversee and grow the retirement investments of first responders, teachers, and other Illinois workers. Governor Rauner has never let his success change him. He still drives a 20-year-old camper van, wears an $18 watch, stays in the cheapest hotel room he can find when he's on the road. He is a proud father of 2 boys and 4 girls, and Diana is the love of his life. He hunts birds, hikes, loves riding his Harley, and jumps at every opportunity to fish. Please welcome Governor Bruce Rauner.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. It's an honor to join you. I look forward to coming back. I understand this is your annual conference, and this worked out good. I was coming from Chicago back home to Springfield, and I want to stop in and say thank you for being business builders in Illinois. I know it ain't easy. My #1 priority is to make it a better place for you to do business. We got to help small business become bigger business. We don't do that, we're not going to solve any of the other problems we got. That's a simple fact. We need small business to become bigger business. It ain't complicated. And Illinois has got regulations and taxes and restrictions and licensing and fees and requirements and filings, and it's a bureaucratic nightmare for a small business owner. I know. I've helped start about 400 different companies. A lot of ours failed, a lot of them succeeded. And I'm very proud, you know, I'm doing this as a labor of love. I love Illinois, I really do. This is home. Born here, raised 6 kids here, built businesses here. I love Illinois. And boy, does it frost me that we're not doing it. And I ran for governor because all of my fellow business owners, business builders, were leaving Illinois. They were leaving. Indiana, Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, Florida, you know. And a lot of my partners said, Bruce, we gotta get out of here. These guys in charge of our state government, they know nothing about business, they don't care. And they just regard business as some place to shake and get cash out of, beat up and get some more regulations on it. And my partner said, we ought to leave. And I said, I ain't leaving. I'd rather fight to make it better than leave. I'm not gonna run away. I tried to recruit 17 men and women to run for government, because this was never my life goal, let me be clear. This was not like some dream of mine to be a politician. I didn't even run for student council in high school, so this is a different world for me. But I just love Illinois. I know we can do a lot better. We got the hardest working people in America. We got the best location of any state in America. We got the best agriculture of any state in America. We're the transportation hub of America. We should be kicking tails. We should be blowing the doors off of Texas, blowing the doors off of Tennessee or Georgia or Indiana. You know what, really, Frost? The #1 state where our people are going is Indiana. Come on. Ain't for the weather. We should be kicking tails. And our problems are all self-inflicted. We got a government that it's a bureaucratic nightmare. And it just makes doing business here hard. We've got to change it. And that's what we're going to do every day. We got to change it. I'm proud. I didn't inherit any money. I'm a guy who just loves to work. If I'm at work and I ain't happy, I love to work. And I worked for teachers for 32 years. I invested teachers' pension money. That's what I did. I helped start a little investment firm when I got out of school. And did it for 32 years. We made about 22% annual compounded for our teachers' pension funds. We made more than double the stock market for 32 years. Made billions of dollars for our teachers in Illinois and for teachers in 24 states. So our teachers could have a better retirement and save taxpayers a lot of money, because taxpayers didn't have to pay their pensions because we did so well for the pensions. And I made a lot of money doing it. People criticized me for making money. I said, I ain't gonna apologize for that. I'm proud of what we did. We did really well. And I believe, as a good book says, I believe, as the Bible says, too much has been given from whom much is expected in return. I told my 6 kids, we're not giving it all to you. We're gonna put it back in the community. 2 of my kids are not too happy about that. 4 of them are fine. But, so my wife and I were very passionate about education. I think that's the most important thing we do together as a community, is educate our young people. So I'm all about the best schools in all of our neighborhoods. And so we're changing the funding formula so our rural districts, our small schools, our kids in poverty get a better education with more money from the state. My wife and I are huge funders of charter schools. We're huge funders of teacher training. And my wife left business when we got engaged and got married decades ago, and she got her, she now runs a not-for-profit that runs early childhood education for kids growing up in poverty. So when they're 2, 3, 4, 5 years old in child care, they get a great education. So when they get to first grade, they're ready to really rock it, and her kids do phenomenal. She's in 27 states. So she's on the road. I live in Springfield with my dog, and my wife visits me occasionally. You know, she's in and out of O'Hare, 5 days a week, traveling in 27 states. Her operation's about a $90 million operation, running child care centers around the country. I love living in Springfield. It's a great community, great people. And we're fixing up the mansion. I think you guys know that. Our mansion down there has been taken care of about well as our economy. The roof leaks, the basement floods, the elevator's rusted out, the floors are rotted. I mean, it's really bad. The morning after my inauguration, I went to shave 2 years ago. A brown goop came out of the sink. I mean, nobody had been there. I don't know who'd been living there, but it hadn't been used. But we're fixing it up. We're making it nice. We've raised $14 million so far. We need to raise 15. Private. I don't want taxpayers to have to pay, so we're raising it for private donors to fix it up. And it's coming along. We got a new roof on. Now the plaster doesn't fall on me when it rains. The first 2 months in, when a hard rain, the plaster would fall next to the stairs in the bedroom. Maybe it was bad. But we're making it nice. And we're doing the same thing to change the government. We're trying to change the government so it works for you. So we're shrinking it. We've cut about $800 million off operating costs of the government. We've put in, I don't know if you know this, we have either no computers in government or computer software from 1974. We have a lot of our departments, there's 200 people in a room processing paper applications. Things take 90 days, it should be done in 9 days. 90 days should be done in 9 days. And so we're completely transforming. We're modernizing our IT, cutting costs, increasing the productivity. And we're just getting rid of the red tape and regulations. We're cutting all the licensing as much as we can, the filing, the requirements, and we're trying to really make the government lean and efficient and effective so it's working for you. It's frustrating. We don't have a budget. I just said 2 simple things when I became governor. I said, I'm not going to sign an unbalanced budget. I won't sign an unbalanced budget. We got to stop spending what we don't have. And I said, and I will not sign off on any new taxes, no new taxes, unless we get major structural change in our system. That's it. It's not too complicated. Those were revolutionary concepts. They were like a balanced budget. Well, I've looked for 30 years. I'm a financial guy. I've looked 30 years. I can't find we've ever had a balanced budget. Never. It's the reason we have the most debt. We have over $180 billion of debt in Illinois. We either don't pay our pensions, we don't pay our bills, or we borrow in the bond market. That's what we do. We just deficit spend. We're heading for bankruptcy. And I said, this stops now. We're not doing this anymore. And it's caused a little consternation, down there. They're not used to that. But I said, look, we got to shrink the spending, stop the wasteful spending, and grow the economy. We can't cut our way out. The debt's too big. We can't cut our way out of this. The debt's too big. And we cannot tax our way out of this. That's what some people want us to do. Just raise taxes. We'll solve the problem. Just raise taxes when we get balanced budget. That won't solve anything. All you got to do is look at other states. Look at New Jersey. Look at Connecticut. They can't balance their budgets, and they got the highest income taxes in America. And New Jersey's tied with us for the highest property taxes in America. And they can't pay their pensions. New Jersey can't balance their budget because they haven't taken on the structural reason for deficit spending. The special interest groups inside government are too strong. They get the politicians to give them everything they want, and it just keeps spiraling down. We've got to get a balance of power between taxpayers, between you, and the special interest groups inside government. That's it. We've got to get a balance of power. We don't have any balance right now. And that's what we're working to do. So I've asked for 4 types of reforms. I said we've got to change the system. We should change the political dynamic because we don't have a democracy that's very functional in Illinois. I don't know if you know this, 2/3 of the races for the legislature, there was no opponent. That's not democracy. That's a rigged system. We got these gerrymandered districts drawn to lock in whoever's there. And nobody runs against them because you can't win. There's no competition of ideas. There's no alternative for the average voter to pick. And we got folks locked in office 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Come on. So I've asked for two things. Term limits. Nobody stays in longer than 8 years or so, maybe 10 years for legislature. That's a long time. And let's get fair maps, redistricting reform, so we don't have gerrymandered districts. We have districts that are just by people, by size, and just people can vote. And let's have competition for the general elections. And we collected over 1 million signatures. I was out there collecting signatures at train stations in the suburbs of Chicago. We got over 1 million signatures combined for term limits and fair maps to put it on the ballot so you guys can vote up or down whether you want fair maps and term limits. And our judges in Illinois, who are elected and slated by the power structure that's in place, they said, oh, no, you got 1 million signatures, but so what, you can't put it on the ballot. The only way those two things could be put on the ballot, they said, is if the General Assembly puts them on the ballot. Yeah, good luck with that. So we've said to the General Assembly, how about you do the right thing, let the people of Illinois decide these issues, put it on the ballot. So we're having a discussion about that. So political. Secondly, we need structural economic reform. We need the regulations and the red tape cut down, dramatically cut down. Our workers' comp costs are through the roof. We have a rigged workers' comp system that's full of fraud and abuse and way too costly. It's the number one reason that our jobs are moving to Indiana, because their workers' comp costs are the cheapest in America. Ours are among the highest. It's killing us in so many sectors of our economy. Workers' comp, tort system, liabilities, and the regulation, the red tape, the regulations. I've said, for every regulation we pass, let's eliminate 2. Let's do a 2 for 1. Let's do a 3 for 1. How about that? 3 for 1 sale. Get rid of 3 if we add a new regulation. And we've started a red tape review process. As much as I can do for an administration, we're cutting out the regulations and the red tape. Free up businesses, get the government off people's backs so you can grow, you can compete, and bring down your costs. We also need to change the government structure. I don't know if you guys know this, we have 7,000 units of government in Illinois. Way more than any other state. The number 2 state has 2,000 fewer government units than us. And these government units have taxing authority, they have regulatory authority, they got patronage, they got somebody's brother-in-law on the payroll because they're related to it. I mean, it's a bureaucratic nightmare. And we've studied it, we've created recommendations for 27 ways we can cut the government bureaucracy, bring it down. And we've got the number one tax that's our problem is our property tax. We have the highest property taxes in America. We've got to bring down our property taxes. So I've said, number 1 start, let's freeze property taxes. They can't go up anymore, and they can only go up if the people in that community say they can go up. Only vote a referendum will let property taxes go up anymore. Freeze it and give you guys the voice on whether your property taxes go up. That's the number 1 shock to the system that we can do to begin to change it. And so we're advocating for that in a major way. And the other type of change that we're advocating is education. We're the worst state in America for funding schools. I'm a big education advocate. I want the best schools in America. And I want vocational training back into our high schools so our young people are trained for the jobs that are available in today's economy. And I want better funding for our school system. No state in America gives a lower percentage of money to local schools than Illinois State government. We give the least amount to support our teachers. We've got to change that. We should have the best schools in America in every community and every neighborhood. Education is the most important thing we do together as a community. So we did a bipartisan commission. We've got a new education funding formula that we proposed. Now we've got to get it in the bill. The power structure in the General Assembly doesn't want to change anything. They like the current structure. We've got to change it so it's more fair, more equitable across the state, especially for our more rural districts, our small school districts, etc. So these are big tussles. This doesn't, I'm not the most patient guy on the planet. These changes are slow. We've been at it for 2 years. I tell my wife, I've been governor for 2 years. It's dog years. It's really 14 years. I mean, this is it's hard. When I started this job, I was 6'8" and had a full head of hair. I mean, this is it's really hard. But we've got to do it, and together we can do it. Your voice, wherever you live, wherever your General Assembly member is, your senator, your state rep, let them know how you feel. Send an email, send a text, call, write, paper, whatever. let your voice be heard. We're right in the middle of the negotiations right now. I do want to compliment some members of the General Assembly. They're actually starting to try to put changes in. They've resisted so far, but they're starting to change. So the Senate Democrats, Republicans are negotiating, trying to get a package. They're working on term limits. They're working on a property tax freeze. They're working on workers' comp reform. They're working on education funding reform. They're working on the right stuff. They don't have a deal yet, but they're working on it. We should cheer them on, and we should applaud them and try to get them to do it. That's the right thing. The House so far has been very resistive to change. That said, I do want to compliment leaders on the House Democratic side. I'll say two good things. One, the House Democratic leaders have publicly said we should get tax reform, bring down the tax burden on small business owners so that we can be more competitive and grow more jobs. They are correct. I thank them for saying it. We should get tax reform to help you guys get the tax burden down so you can grow and help you succeed, so I'm all for that. The other thing I want to compliment the House for, the House Democrats, they actually passed a true permanent property tax freeze. That's a big deal. Now we've got to get the Senate to pass it and get it to my desk, but the House passed it, and that's a great step in the right direction. So we're beginning to make the changes. Should have happened 2 years ago, but you know, we just can't give up. The one thing I'll say, I'm not patient, but I'm extremely persistent. Extremely persistent. We just got, and that's one of the most exciting things to me. I love traveling the state. My favorite part of this job, I get to travel around the state and talk to people. I don't know. People in Illinois are so great. My favorite place to go to schools, thank the teachers, and cheer on the kids and talk about what's happening in the schools, but I go everywhere. I go to Chambers of Commerce and Kiwanis meetings and Little Leagues and, you know, high school basketball, everything. I just love it. It's a lot of fun. I do it on a motorcycle when it's, you know, the salt's not on the road. I do it in the truck with the troopers when it is. Everywhere I go in the state, people come to me and say, Governor, stay strong. Don't back down. You're on the right track. Don't give in. Stick to your guns. And then a lot of times they say, yeah, I'm a Democrat. I don't even normally support Republicans, but we know that, you know, we got to change it. Our property taxes got to come down. We got to get more jobs. More jobs in Illinois growing. You guys know, you're in the farming line. You know what's going on in Illinois. You know you're moving people out of state. We're always leading this nation as one of the top states where people leave from. It should be just the opposite. We should be one of the states where the people most come to. And we should have a booming economy where you're moving people around because they're getting promoted and they're growing their business and they're moving from Bloomington to Rockford or whatever. We should be moving heavy inside because of all the economic growth, and we should have people coming in big time from other states. You guys are right at the far. How you're performing, we can tell exactly how we're doing as a state. It's how your guys' businesses are doing. Also, I want you guys busier and booming, really booming. That would be wonderful for us, especially booming within migration and within the state. That's what we're going to strive to do every day. So we're on it. We're working it. Thank you. Stay persistent. I'm going to stay persistent. You guys stay persistent. Be business builders in Illinois. Pride. You know, this is a great place. I'm very proud of you guys and your industry, your businesses. Thank you for being business builders. Your success is Illinois' success. I hope you'll keep in your association, your group will keep in close touch with our administration. You got a specific problem or issue or regulation or tax or something that's causing you real nightmares, tell me about it. I can't solve a problem I don't know about. And we want to get the government out of your way as much as possible to help you grow. Number one priority. So, thank you for your time. Thank you for being business builders in Illinois. God bless the great state of Illinois. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. We'll see you again soon. Take care.